My family and I love barbecue so much, we have traveled all over the United States and tried different styles of barbecue, but nothing comes close to being as good as Texas barbecue. Texas barbecue is the best barbecue compared to all other styles because the meat and smoke flavors shine. Pitmasters can't hide the mistakes, and it is done outdoors. Texas barbecue mainly focuses on brisket, which is beef. The flavor of the meat is different than anything else and cannot be compared to anything. Texas barbecue focuses on the meat and smoke flavor. According to Edgar Black Jr., who owns one of the most famous barbecue joints in Texas, it's not what we put in our barbecue, it's what we don't put in our barbecue that makes it so good. From the farmer who raised the animal to the many hours we spend carrying and preparing each cut of meat, we don't want to mask the natural flavors of the meat and smoke we all work so hard for. The meat is not smoked with sauce mopped on it. Instead, it is a simple rub and nothing else goes on it. You can buy Black's Rub, and there are only 4 ingredients. The 4 ingredients are salt, pepper, crushed red pepper, and cayenne. The meat has an amazing flavor, plus a nice smoke ring gives the meat the flavor needed. There is a large focus on getting a nice smoke ring. A smoke ring is a reddish pink line that goes around the edge of the meat and is created from the smoke. Focusing on the smoke ring shows that the pitmaster cares about the meat and put a great deal of work into that piece of meat. In Texas, the customers have so much respect for the pitmaster because it is easy to see and taste their hard work. Pitmasters have to work hard because no sauce is used on the meat and they cannot hide the mistakes. The smoke is what adds most of the flavor to the meat, and when the pitmaster does not get a solid smoke ring on the meat, then there is not as much flavor. In other styles of barbecue, the smoke ring does not matter because the sauce covers it up. It is a lot more challenging to do a Texas style of barbecue because it takes a lot more practice to learn how to get an ideal smoke ring. A pitmaster in Texas cannot control the smoke as well as a pitmaster can control the amount of sauce put on the meat. There are people that shy away from Texas barbecue because it is such a challenge not being able to make a mistake. Not only is it a challenge to not make a mistake, but it is also a challenge to smoke the meat outside. Since there are so many regulations on indoor smokers and it is cheaper to get a trailer than opening a brick and mortar restaurant, barbecuing occurs outside mostly. According to Thriller, smoking meat outside further complicates the fragile ecosystem inside the smoker and tests a pitmaster's ability. Other styles of barbecue do not smoke their respective meats as much as a Texas pitmaster does, and therefore they can smoke the meat indoors. Another thing about Texas barbecue being mainly outdoors is there is not limited space. Having more space means there is more room for friends and family. Texas barbecue brings people together and gets them away from the typical lifestyle of staying outside with technology. In conclusion, Texas barbecue has always been the best and continues to be. It is the best because of the emphasis on the meat and smoke flavor. It is impossible to hide mistakes, and it is all about being outdoors. I love it being outdoors because it gets me away from being inside with all the technology around me. It just gets me back to being with nature and having fun with my family. According to Wide Open Country, Texas has the most barbecue joints in the country, so go to one of them and see why Texas barbecue is the best, and you will not be disappointed. You can never go wrong with Texas barbecue.